Hello and welcome back to this latest episode. Are you on target for planning your next event? If so, stay tuned. We've got Kungam lining up to hit the bullseye. Kungam, I told you that we need to be on target for events, not me as the target.
Meanwhile, a few minutes later.
Kun David, you've been playing with this Rubik's Cube for hours. Are you going to put that down?
No, it's so frustrating. It's like a puzzle. And I suppose, it's Friday, it's 5 to 5 as we said, and we're back at the Slate for another episode. And this week we were talking about activities. I've recovered from being shot by an arrow, thank you very much.
Oh my God.
And now we're going to talk about what's on offer for events, for guests staying at the Slate. What activities can you do? So Kungam, for a full rundown on activities, what do we have on offer at the Slate?
The activity indoors, again, come to the eating part. We have M.I.C.E kitchen. We have the chef and the delegates taking them to the local market, pick up fresh ingredients and come back to the hotel's M.I.C.E kitchen to cook.
And we don't often mention this, but within the complex of the Slate, within our expensive 25 acres, you can find Crew Precision Wellness. And so there can be a healthy activity as an option for groups that can be included. And what's on offer at Crew Precision Wellness?
At Crew Precision, I love the vitamin drips because it's the boosting shot, like after a tiring day or long hours of meeting, the boosting within the 45 minutes drip is very relaxing and energizing activity.
And for a more traditional relaxing activity, we could look at Coqoon, where we schedule a whole series of treatments for the participants.
Yes, we can pre-schedule and put into the slot for everyone to enjoy for a larger group,
How about painting with GAM?
Oh, no. A Picasso at the Slate. Yes, we have a famous Batik painting for Phuket. We have a plain handkerchief. Ooh. And we can design according to your event logo and you do the coloring on the clothing.
Oh, yeah.
And at the Coliseum, that's what we do.
Great, an interactive Batik class.
Yes.
That sounds fun.
Yes.
And then what else could we offer? Hey, what about starting the day in a Thai way with Dak Bat, the traditional merit making with Buddhist monks? So for special arrangement with a budget allocated by the organizer, could we bring in the Buddhist monks and do a poolside early morning merit making?
Yes, I think we can do like the merit and mindfulness at the same time. We can have the monks come into the hotel. We do the morning alms like how the traditional Thai ways of offering alms for the monks, and after that to the beach for mindful yoga.
So while we're having a calm moment here with Kungam's yoga, let's go over to the hot seat and meet our special guest this week. To the hot seat.
Thank you, David and Gam. It's nice to get an opportunity on the hot seat. So I'm Marcel Ewells. I'm Director of Association Solutions with M.I.C.E, and me and my team, we look after a large number of primarily global associations and representing them in the Asia-Pacific market. What I want to talk about is the importance of sustainability moving forward in the region. What we found is that there is still very little interest in being sustainable for the events, for what we do, etc. And I hope that with this message we can reach more decision makers. People are volunteers, volunteer leaders in the organizations around Asia Pacific, because you make a big impact. And what's important is that you take on sustainability as a base point of your organization and start to recognize that with the power that you have as an association, as the term, the power of associations is very real. And so therefore you're in the hot seat as well, because you have the power to change everything we do in your industry that you represent, or the medical science, or whatever your association is all about. And if you want any information, you can always reach out to any consultancy or ourselves. We actually have a wonderful white paper on sustainability for associations that you can find on the internet. Just Google it. I'm sure David will put it in the comments down. And I hope with that, I get you on board as a sustainability champion for the Asia Pacific region, and also follow the same leadership that we see from other areas around the world, and we really, really need to become our champions ourselves.
Within the associations industry, are decisions being driven by sustainability?
Not yet, unfortunately. So sustainability is not part of a leadership program, and so we need to get to that point. What we do see is that there is some element in terms of event management where sustainability is there, but it's still more of an idea rather than an activation that we want to be part of.
So when you organise an event for an association, do you put on the table sustainable options for clients to consider?
We actually try to go one step further. We automatically include the measurement of their event, so we start measuring the CO2 impacts. We do that basically at no cost, but also we need to have a base point, so as we talk with our clients in the future, we can see the differences per destination, per event, per concept, and see how they can actually make an impact.
The drive for sustainability, is that regional? So do you see more interest in Europe or America than perhaps in Asia?
It's definitely coming from the West. I think the West is the champion at the moment. But I think, as they say, sustainability is here to stay. And it's not going to go away, and will be regulated in the future. And I don't think that there's a way out of it. So we need to get ready, we need to prepare for it, and we need to embrace it, and better be ahead of the curve.
Thanks to our special guest this week in the hot seat. And what else do we have in terms of activities for you, our special guests at the Slate?
There are a lot, so I would say quick and easy, that customize. We're good with customizing needs of each individual groups, and we customize and blending in like a cocktail and presenting to you.
So if you need team building for your special event, then contact Kungam, and with her contacts in-house and also outside, we can customize a team building program for you, whether it's half day or a full day.
Yes,
Yeah, great. And let's now come to the most important moment everyone's interested in, and that's our quiz, where you could win a weekend
at the Slate with the accommodation for two, with breakfast, airport transfer, dinner with a bottle of wine, and spa.
Let's look at the question this week. Name the garden lawn at the Slate. Is it 1, Tunka Garden, 2, Coliseum Lawn, 3, the Slate Garden, or 4, Jomon Pavilion? Great. So you need to be in it to win it, and don't forget to post your answer in the comments below, whether you're watching us on Facebook, LinkedIn or YouTube. And after 7 weeks, we'll be checking all of those that have 7 questions answered correctly, and then you'll be in our lucky draw prize for our final episode of the season, episode 8. I wonder who's going to win it. So I think that wraps up our episode for our activities. Yes. I'm desperate to wrap this up because I've got to get back to this. It's so frustrating. If you know how to solve this, then also put your comments in the box below, because it's baffling me. Have you ever solved this?
No way. I'm not good with puzzling around.
So this is a challenging puzzle, but the easy puzzle is planning events at the Slate when you've got this package of wonderfulness sitting next to me, Kun Gam, who's an expert on events. That's all from us this week. I hope you have a wonderful weekend from the best of both of us, and see you next week for another episode of 5 to 5.